Welcome, viewers, to the Founder Talk Show. We know e waste is a major threat to the environment due to the presence of heavy metals and highly toxic substances such as mercury and lead. Governments and non-profit organizations and startups are working towards developing sustainable waste management solutions and products to address this global problem. E-Waste Social is a startup that is offering multiple e-waste management solutions through its web and app auction platform. Today we have with us founder and director of e-waste management solutions. Welcome to the show, Iram.
We are a B2B auction platform connecting corporate recycler businesses generating waste directly to registered authorized recyclers. We started with electronic waste, but now we have gotten into pre-manufactured textile waste and other categories of waste like lithium and lead acid batteries, as well as other scrap material, tires, etc. So any waste what you have, you can create in bulk quantity, you can create an auction on our platform and we'll help you dispose it off and get value out of it.
That's interesting that it's an auction platform, which means basically it gives me as a seller and also the buyer to go for the best price possible, isn't it?
Yes, exactly.
And it's both available through a web and through also app. Do you want to talk about that a little as to how does the auction take place?
So it's a three-step easy process, and we have a web platform, web app auction platform, as well as we have a web app which you can be used on the mobile phone. You don't have to download it, but it can be operated on on the mobile phone. So as a seller, any corporate business industry, you will generate waste in your premises, and all you have to do is like create an auction with the minimum price expected out of the waste. Give few details about the waste so that the recycler does not have to come to inspect. Put any pictures what you have and approximate quantity like in kgs and one or in tons. Once the auction is created, all the recyclers registered with us get notification, and once they get notification they can start bidding for it. Once the bids are started, and the corporate will have access to all those bids, and they can choose the highest bid or the closest bid. We suggest that you look not only for the highest price but look for the closest bid, because to reduce the carbon footprint of transportation from one place to another. And once the corporate confirms the bid, then the recycler gets a notification of the address and they can go and pick up the material and pay the amount. So this is a simple step which reduces the involvement of middlemen and gives direct value to the consumer.
And how do I know as a, let's say, and how does a buyer know as to what he or she is getting in terms of the actual value for the product he's paying for?
Yeah, so that's why we have a few inputs to be given by the corporate, like the type of product you are putting, like approximately if you're putting 10,000 laptops, or these are made out of Dell, they were made in the year 2010, or if you're putting a machine which is approximately 1 ton of kg, it has it is not in working condition, it was manufactured in the year 2012. So similarly, you have to give approximate details. It need not be per piece wise. It can be approximate, that there is a 2 tons of waste, mixed electronic waste. So that can be given and your expected price is like 40 rupees per kg or 70 rupees per kg. That you can mention it. So once you mention that, then the recycler will ascertain whether it's a good bid for them to bid. And also our admin team is there who will help you out to put the right price.
uh, the awareness among individual, electronic good buyers, the retail buyers, is very limited. Is there anything that you're doing to bring them in also into this auction by offering, similar service for individual buyers, individual sellers?
So individual buyers, we don't believe that we can provide them the best service by and reduce the carbon footprint also. We'll be in fact adding more carbon footprint if we provide them individual pickups of every TV or every laptop or every AC or every mixie grinder or a toaster. So what we suggest is, like, we do create awareness campaigns among startups. We do create awareness campaigns among an educational institution where we will provide you with a bin, or we'll provide you with a rate card, and we can do a monthly pickup as suggested by the authorities. So we believe that our platform is currently more suitable for businesses who generate, like, bulk quantity of waste. Also, we are tying up with online retailers to provide their consumers with an exchange option. So we are tying up with corporates and online retailers so that their consumers can exchange through our platform.
What kind of role do you have for the traditional kabadiwalas in your business?
So for the traditional kabadiwalas, which is also called as the informal sector, and again they are the backbone of this industry, and we do not want to negate them, or we do not want to, and this is their like livelihood and sustenance. So what we suggest is, like, we've tied up with around 100 plus non-informal sector people, and what we like create awareness that they should create auction on our platform, and we will connect it to the closest recycler. So they do not have to dismantle by hand. Rather, they give us the entire product on we put it on our platform, and we will connect it to the closest recycler.
So, as a startup since inception, what kind of turnovers have you done in terms of total, in weight? What kind of e-waste have you, helped in recycle? And also, if you can add, share some inputs into your, business revenues and all you made.
Like, transacted close to 1,000 tons of waste on our platform, and we have generated revenues around 25 to 30 lakhs. And these revenues have been, like, consistent. We've not had a sudden growth, but we have had a month on month growth, where our team has put in a lot of effort and ensured that we get repeat customers, and once somebody comes on our platform, they want to use it again. We have 100 plus recyclers now registered on our platform pan India. So we are proud to say that waste from any city can be recycled through our platform.
And as a startup founder, what kind of interest do you get from investors for your line of business?
So investors do find it lucrative, but again, like, the revenues are not that high in the waste business, especially when you are the aggregator and a marketplace. So, and it will take time. So by the time you build, say, when I started 2 years ago, I did not have a single recycler on board, and now 2 years from now, I have 100 plus recyclers. So this process takes time. You need to build the credibility in the market. You need to ensure the recycler that we are their partner. You also need to ensure that the corporates are believe that you are recycling in a proper way. And so investors are interested. I feel like, in days to come, we would be looking for investment as well. And a lot of investors are looking for sustainability and impact startups, and our startups fall into both the categories, because we are creating an impact through recycling, and we are also ensuring that by connecting the waste to the closest recycler, we are able to ensure sustainability.
As a woman entrepreneur, you're in a sector which is, which comes with social stigma, which is connected to the kawadiwala, traditional kawadiwala. How do you fight that, or how did you overcome that?
Yeah, so in fact, like, when I started, like, a lot of people told me, like, why are you even getting into this business? Like, there are better businesses to do. Like, why don't you get into a jewelry designing or textile like, textile garments or something like that? Why waste? But I feel that, like, as a woman, I really can make a change in the waste management industry, not because of like, not only because there is a stigma attached, but as a women, we can really manage waste well. So even if we see in a household, it's the women who manage the waste, not the men. And we try to optimize the resources what we have. So I think it's an apt area or a sector for a woman to be in. The stigma is there, but I'm proud to say that my team is women led by myself. I have 70% of my team as women in workforce, and I would still, like, go on promoting, keeping more women in the workforce, and they are completely comfortable working with recyclers as well as the corporates.
You talked about how the auction takes place on your app and web. Tell us about the payment settlement process. How much time does it take and how does it happen? I mean, do the buyer has to pay upfront or it happens once the product is received? Can you take us through the process of payment settlement for the benefit of people who are watching this program?
Yeah, so the payment is given to us at eBay Social. We hold the payment till the material is picked up. Once the material is picked up, we release and the recycler is fine with the material. We release the payment. We take guarantee for both the recycler as well as corporate to ensure that they both get a good deal. Like they are not the deal is not compromised in any way. Like the recycler should not get lesser material, and neither the corporate should get lesser price. So we ensure that we manage both the ends well.
And what kind of process do you have in place to manage dispute?
So to manage dispute, what we do is we raise a complaint with the corporate. In case if the recycler creates a dispute, we raise a complaint with the corporate and then we follow up with them. In usually we suggest recycler to immediately take pictures at the site only while they are collecting, to ensure that later on there is no issue or the dispute can be handled well. We usually settle our all disputes in 15 days.
Thank you, Iram. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to hosting you on some of our panel discussions as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.